Because I learned during the last day about your comments about the pyramids and Joseph. Is that something that you think people should know about?
No, I think that's, you know, some people believe in the Bible, like I do, and don't find that to be silly at all, and believe that God created the earth and don't find that to be silly at all. The secular progressives try to ridicule it anytime it comes up, and they're welcome to do that.
What do you make of those that report digging into your childhood, you know, attempting to hit your mother with a hammer?
People have been digging every place that I have ever lived. They're so desperate, they're looking for a scandal. It's almost comical. And what they should be concentrating on is how are we going to solve the problems that we have. But they can waste all their time if they want digging. They're just not going to find anything.
Now also, the wet foot, dry foot, we're in South Florida. Did that catch you off guard? How did that come about where you weren't prepared to answer that question?
Well, no one's ever talked to me about wet foot, dry foot, you know. So, you know, there's no reason that I should have known about that. But, you know, I will be learning about new issues every single day.
Are there still political refugees coming from Cuba, or are they economic refugees, in your opinion?
I don't really want to weigh in on that. I mean, it depends on who you are and what you're going to call them.
Doctor, do you have a position on that wet foot, dry foot policy? Do you have a position? Do you feel as if Cuban migrants should have an exception and get special treatment?
Well, my position is what I articulated. I said, you know, rather than talking about wet foot, dry foot, let's talk about how do we treat Cuban refugees and how do we make sure that there are people who don't take advantage of our generosity. That's what we should be talking about.
Dr. Carson, do you think there's a real future in these new relationships between Washington and Havana? How do you see that phenomenon?
Well, I see it as something that could be very good if we keep our cards, you know, the leverage that we have. But if we give all of our leverage away, then nothing will change.
Sure, you favor that embargo? You favor that embargo against Cuba?
I would not lift the embargo until we get some real concessions here.
Can I ask one more? Dr. Carson, you defended yourself earlier saying that...
Oh, thank God.
Thank you.